My name is Aiki Odiawa, and I'm here another year again to talk about the VOW Awards. For those of us who are coming here for the first time, attending for the first time, I'd like to tell you that VOW Awards is not for sale. It is a public-generated nomination process that we allow members of the public to select, to nominate, actually, nominate who they think has performed in each of the 6 categories. We have a 7th one that we actually look at that and give to a deserving, who we think is deserving. Now, these 6 categories, we highlight the criteria for this, and then we allow members of the public to vote or select whoever they feel deserves each of these awards. Now, when we get these, this year we had over 400 and something nominations, which is a very big difference in comparison to last year when we had over, I think, about 120 something nominations. So I think we've improved a lot. But what I'd like to tell you about this award category, the award category, is that we had certain criteria with which we measured and selected the top 3 in each of these categories. And then we drilled down further again to pick from the 3 selected nominees. Now, so some of the criteria we used were impact and influence. We evaluated the nominees' impact in their field, their works, consider how their works has positively affected, especially in areas related to gender equality, empowerment, or advocacy. We also looked at advocacy for gender equality. We looked out for nominees who have actively worked towards achieving gender equality. You affected or affected any change regarding how women should be treated. So we also looked at education, a whole lot of things, but most importantly, these criteria were used across base to select the nominees and the winners. So I will hand over, our observation this year. We realized that when we were doing our background check, due diligence, most of our websites did not contain enough information. And you see, that is where we need to improve as women, because most of the websites we went into were owned by women. Investing in your website is a must. It's an investment. It's not just a whim. People like us need to know what you have done. We're not talking about just for awards. Possible investors into your programs would like to know what you have done. So I will implore you all to please update your websites with activities and information relevant to what you do. This is the only way you can create footprints to let people know that you are doing something and what you are doing to affect and effect changes to reposition women and their families. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Aiki, for that well-explained thought and process of getting to this day and how we found the numbers of the women who were nominees and finally the awardees of this occasion. Now, going straight into it, we would like to have the first category. If we can have the media, please. The first category, please. Thank you. And we're looking at the women-friendly MDA. But first, we're looking at Social Media Innovation Award. So if the media could please have that read out so that we could see the category and the nominees before we get to the awardee. Thank you. Well, if we are still trying to wait on them to get that across to us. So the Social Media Innovation Award is really looking at a female who has made the best use of social media to advocate for women issues. And that's what this category is really about. And I'm sure that when you hear the names and they reel them out, they're all winners in their own right. But then importantly, of course, the award must go to someone. And so if I am given the honors to continue to reel out the nominees while we wait for the media to get to par, here we have nominees: Ife Dayo Agoro. Please, a round of applause as we call out the names. We have Chioma Wakama, also called Dr. Zobo. Please, a round of applause for her. We have Ifunanya Igweze, who is called Pregivi, aka though. Please, a round of applause for her.
May I call on Her Excellency, the First Lady of Kwara State, to please present this award. A round of applause for her, please. Hi there. You have your envelope? Okay.
It's really tightly sealed. The award for social innovation goes to Chioma Nwakama, Dr. Zubu.
May I call on Yvonne Moma to pick up this award on her behalf? Clap, please, please. It's not easy getting here. From 320-something names to just one person, I think she deserves a round of applause. And Dr. Zobo is definitely very women-friendly. She talks about pregnancy. She talks about healthcare for women, what you need to know. She creates awareness about topical issues relating to women and their health. Please.
So this award is for making the best use of social media to advocate women's issues. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations to her. Yes. So here you go.
No.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Here you go.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And the next award is the Women-Friendly MDA. I'd like to call on the chairperson of Women Radio, Dr. Okewale, to present this award. Please, he's definitely a he for she.
Please, a round of applause.
You need to give him a bigger round of applause.
Please.
He's been supporting us for over 8 years now. He was there from the start and is still waxing strong. Anything we ask of him, he just says yes. Please, 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 so we can get more next year. Please, can you clap for him? Please, 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 please.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for all the money you've contributed. Thank you so much.
It's all right. So the winner for VOW 2023 Women Friendly MDA is the Central Bank of Nigeria.
May I call on Mr. Muhammad Ibrahim of the APC State Exco to receive this award on behalf of the Central Bank? Is he still here? Oh, yes. CBN, please. The clap is for CBN. I think they're doing a fantastic job. If you notice, a lot of women in the top management, they've exceeded the quota for women in top management, and also they're ensuring that all the banks comply with 35% minimum as top management executives in banks. So they're effecting all those changes for us. So please, ladies and gentlemen, let's give CBN a big round of applause. Thank you so much.
So this award is for you, Central Bank of Nigeria, the government ministry, and the department and agency that has demonstrated the highest level of female empowerment through your program and policies. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, a round of applause.
The next category is the Gender Balance Empowering Company. May I call on the First Lady of Osun State to please help us to give out this award. She'll hold on to it for you.
The award goes to UBA Group.
I believe Oluchi Wosu is here to receive on behalf of UBA Group. Why did UBA Group win? Top point, they have a female CEO, group CEO. UBA has consciously made sure that top management has a fair percentage of 50-50 minimum. And right now they're doing like 60%. Most of the foot soldiers in the UBA group are women, and they're making a difference. So please, let's give it up for UBA with a big round of applause. Thank you so much.
This award is presented to the UBA Group, Gender Balancing Empowering Company.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Okay, the next category is the CSO, CBO supporting women and their families. I'd like to call on the Chief of Staff of the Vice President of Liberia to present this award. As you can see, all the envelopes are well sealed, stapled and glued. So the only people that know the winners are the judges, not even the planning committee.
The winner of this award is Association of Northern Women Entrepreneurs.
Anway. Do we have a representative from Anway? Thank you so much, sir.
On behalf of VOW 2023, I present you the award for championing and committing to the cause of disadvantaged women and families in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like to call on Mrs. Amina Oyagbola to present this next award. It's for family-focused organization.
So the VOW 2023 award to the family-focused organization goes to Solston Nigeria Limited, manufacturers of Little Angels family care products. Is there a representative?
Okay, Solstan Nigeria might sound strange to a lot of people, but I'm sure a lot of women know about Little Angel products. Little Angel adult diapers, Little Angel children's diapers, Little Angel wipes, baby soap, baby shower gel. They have a whole range of products, all focused on families, and most of the top management are women.
Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you so much. And we come to the crunch line now. The Woman of the Year. May I call on one of my favorite people, Dame Pauline Talon. She's been doing so wonderfully well for us as women, and I'm sure I speak for a lot of women organizations, NGOs. She's always got a listening ear for us. Thank you so much, madam.
Thank you. Wow 2023 Woman of the Year is no one but Angela Ajala. Angela Ajala, is she in the hall?
She's in Dakar, Senegal, but there's someone here to, the chair of the board would pick up on behalf of her.
Oh, no wonder it's Rapper. Please, can we clap for Rapper? Rapper deserves it. Wow. Congratulations. Thank you, Sister Saudatu. Okay. Okay. For this year's WOW 2023 Woman of the Year, the winner is Angela Ajala for demonstrating exceptional, outstanding performance, admirable leadership, ethics, and excellence. Although this is not Angela Ajala, but that is her boss, Saudatu Mahdi of Rapper. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Congrats, congrats. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. There's a round of applause for all the awardees, the winners. All of them are from nominees to the ones that the awards went to. And thank you so much, Women's Radio, for this remarkable honor. Please, a round of applause. Please, a round of applause. It's not easy to go through the process, the nomination. Now, finally, we get to the award. And earlier on, we did give out the Lifetime Achievement Award, to the award that recognized an individual that, of course, female or male, who contributed in a profound way to gender empowerment, and it was given earlier to the executive governor of Kwara State, who has done remarkably well. And I'm sure the testimonies were rolling out in the hall earlier on. So we want to also celebrate the First Lady, who is here. Please, a round of applause for her, for the remarkable work that His Excellency is also doing. Thank you so much. And that also brings us to the close of this award this afternoon, especially as we've given out the most excellent recognition to the women who have done very well. And I'm sure that VOW 2024 will still have a remarkable list as well. And I'm sure there will be more awardees in that session. Thank you so much. Please, a round of applause for Madam Tong Okiwale. So, very young, so I welcome you back.
Thank you very much. We appreciate Adara here. Where's the lady who co-presented the award? She sounds immaculate. Ike, please rise where you are. Let's appreciate you. Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you, thank you. If I know the time you do your program on radio, I'd like to listen to you. I'm a fan from now on. She should be on radio. She should be on radio. Sounds immaculate. Huh? Please, please. Very quickly, let us present the report on the Voice of Women 2023 conference and next steps. And to present this award, I would like to call Mufilat Fijabi and report, yes, that's what I said. Oh, okay. All right, report on the 2023 conference and next steps. Mufilat Fijabi and Ajibola Amzat will be doing the presentation of the report.
Okay, thank you. Kindly permit me to stand on the already established protocol. And before I go on into the report, I would like to commend all of us for our patience. We're not looking tired since morning. I want us to give ourselves a great round of applause for the resilience. Okay, thank you very much. While I expect my co-presenter to join me, let me go ahead. Since morning, we've done a lot of explorations. We've listened carefully to all the key speakers. We've looked around the halls and also seen a lot happening in terms of networking. And we're glad that for the 2022 VAL conference to have been documented and for some of the outcomes to have been implemented and still be implemented, this of 2023 would also be an outstanding one as all of us as critical stakeholders take on the lessons and we continue with the implementation to ensure that the voices of women are not drowned and to ensure that we continue to make our voices stronger to ensure that we get women to where they need to get to. While we will still see the final overall report of the workshop, I would like to go straight to the point by picking out some of the very important issues that came out of all our discussions and deliberations since morning. The first one is the need to have sufficient legal framework. The discussions throughout evidence the fact that as we mobilize and make our voices stronger, we need the backup with having relevant legal framework in place that would ensure that we have our fallback. We also had a lot of points made around women's empowerment, especially women's financial empowerment, women's literacy in terms of the digital space, women's empowerment in terms of literacy as well. And that's why we had a lot of discussions around out-of-school girls. And of course, we spoke a lot around the need to have strengthened support networks amongst us women, and the need to also continue to engage with men and to see men as our allies. And of course, there were quite a number of discussions around the need to have grassroots involvement as we ask for inclusion of women. And in terms of political will and commitment, a lot went round about the need for government to take clues from progressive government, especially at the state level, so that the change that we so much desired will come in very fast and as quickly as possible. Overall, all of these points also constitute recommendation points. So for us in Nigeria, we're quite appreciative of all the experiences that have been shared by our sister countries in terms of the advances that they have made. And for us, it's a strong recommendation point for us that we'll continue with the gender agenda points to ensure that women are truly included in the democratic process of Nigeria and in the true sense of it. And efforts would also go on to support women in terms of financial literacy, in terms of educational literacy, in terms of digital literacy. And we have also committed to supporting ourselves more, even stronger, through mentorship and through what we could also call godmotherism, to ensure that we get to where we need to get to. And of course, lastly, we will be working with the relevant institutions. And I want to mention very strongly that the institution of the Governors Forum of Governors' Wife, I remember the chair mentioned that it's going to be changed to Forum of Spouses of Governors. That's a very good one. The panel definitely demonstrates the commitment from them, and we are relying on them so strongly from this conference that they can drive all the 36 states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to that change, to ensure that the voices of women are not drowned. At this point, kindly permit me to wrap up this session in terms of bringing out the key highlights and recommendations from this conference. VAL 2023 remains a milestone in the history of women's advocacy, women's advancement in Nigeria. And we cannot but thank our sister Tom Okewale Shonaya. At midnight, she's typing chat messages, asking for this, asking for that. Let's give her a round of applause. She's been able to pull all of us. I'm not giving a vote of thanks, but I quite appreciate the efforts that have gone into it. And we have a powerful chair for this year's conference as well, a woman of repute. Permit me to also thank her and all of those that have contributed to the success of this program. Thank you very much as I take my leave. Thank you. I think this is not mine.
You know, she talked about the chair today, the two chairs sitting beside each other. Chair for the Women's Forum, chair for the session. And we want to say we appreciate them for their time and their stay here. Okay, all right. So let me invite our chair to formally close the conference before we do a vote of thanks. Your Excellency, please.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we bring this conference to a close, I would like to tell two very brief stories, and then you know why I'm telling these stories. In 1999, I was still based in England as the director of an African Women's International Development Organization, Akinamamawa Africa. and we were running the African Women's Leadership Institute. So we used to run training programs for African women leaders, young women in different African countries. So there was this particular time when we wanted to do a West Africa women's leadership workshop. And I approached one of my big aunties, mentors, to attend the conference as the keynote speaker, and she graciously accepted. So when she when she came to address us in Ghana with women from all over West Africa, including Nigeria, she said something to us that shocked us, because at the time, we were young women and we were trying to find our way in the world, and we were trying to be proper and not, be too out of the box. And this woman, much older than us, wiser, very experienced, she told us, the meek do not inherit the earth. Now, most of us in that room were young Christian women. And I'm sure even in the Quran, there probably would be equivalents of the saying that it is the meek who inherit the earth. But this auntie, this role model, came in and told us, the meek do not inherit the earth. She must have known what she was talking about, because she went on to become Africa's first elected female president, served 2 terms, President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf of Liberia. So thank you very much for coming all the way from Liberia to represent Her Excellency Chief Joel Taylor. And what I learned from that experience and that President Johnson Sirleaf was trying to share with us is, we cannot do this work as women if we don't have courage. The second story I'd like to share is my experience of supporting my husband in Ekiti State, where he served as governor for 2 terms, and so I was by his side as first lady for 2 terms. And when he started in Ekiti State, we had 16 local governments. And there was a time they wanted to do primaries in our party for people who were going to run for elections at local governments. There were 32 seats available, 16 chairs, 16 vice chairs. And to my shock, I was a bit naive at the time, because I was coming from this international development space where all these conversations are normal. And to my shock, we had to appeal, to beg, to threaten for the party to agree to give 1 woman out of 32, to give 1 woman a seat. That was sometime in 2008, 2009, even before my husband got into office, but our party was active in the state then. Fast forward, after years of ensuring that we have the right legal frameworks in place, after years of building the required linkages at community level with awareness and consciousness raising and ensuring that we develop champions wherever we find them, working with both the policymakers, the legislators, as well as community leaders. Fast forward in 2021, when we had local government elections. Now we have LCDs as well, so we have 35 now, not 16. We were able to get tickets for 3 women to be chairs of local government, 14 women to become vice chairs, and we had at least 44 women as councillors. 2 weeks ago, there were primaries in the state for the next local government elections in December. My successor in office, Dr. Yemi Oyebanji, the new first lady of Ekiti State, she went to the party leaders and she told them that my predecessor, Repositioning Fayemi, has laid the groundwork for us. You cannot expect me to do less, because if I see her in public, I will not be able to greet her. I will have to hide my face in shame. So they said, no, madam, it's not, no. So, Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we now have 7 women who have tickets to be chairs of the local government, 14 women who are going to be vice chairs, so it's 16, and we have a considerable number of councillors, I think still in the 40s. The point I'm making is the work we are doing is possible with political will, with courage, with solidarity, with conviction, and with us being consistent. I would like to thank our sisters from other African countries who have shared their experiences with us. The experience we have in Nigeria is no different from what they have gone through. But the women in those countries chose to attach a certain degree of political awareness and consciousness to their feminist activism. That is where we need to take off from now as Nigerian women. What we are asking for is not impossible because other African countries are doing it. We have the women, we have the numbers, and we have good men who are willing to support us. We deserve better. And so, my dear sisters, let us go out there and insist that Nigeria can be better, and it is Nigerian women who can make Nigeria great. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
We appreciate Her Excellency, our chair today. And you can also see that leadership is sacrifice and service. Some people have left, but these two amazing leaders are still here. Let's put our hands together for them. So very quickly, without wasting much of your time, the chairman of the Conference Planning Committee, Fabia, after tonight, you'll be able to sleep. No midnight chats. Fabia Ogumeko will do the vote of thanks.
Your Excellencies here present and distinguished speakers, I stand on all existing protocols. My name is Fabio Ogumeko, and I've had the amazing privilege of serving as the chair of the planning committee, the foot soldiers. I want to thank everyone really for staying to the end, and our very, very special guest. Thank you so much, madams, for staying to the end. Thank you. We appreciate you so much. This is the 7th edition of the Voice of Women's Conference, and as you have witnessed, it has been a day of impact and inspiration. If you have been inspired and impacted today, please, can we all say vow? Thank you. It takes a village to put a successful convening together, and my job is to thank all who have supported us in the planning team to make this event a success. I would like to especially thank His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kwara State, Abdul Razak Abdul Rahman, Her Excellency, Ambassador Olufolake Abdul Razak, and all the First Ladies who graced the occasion. We thank you. All our dignitaries and our speakers from across the continent, Namibia, Kenya, Namibia, Kenya, Liberia, we thank you so much for coming to share your words of wisdom and your inspiration with us. We promise you that we have learned, and we shall, the story in 2027 will be very different. And Ireland, our counselor, thank you so much. Thank you. Her Excellency, the former First Lady of Ekiti State, Erelubisi Fayemi, Chair of the VOW Conference 2023, we thank you, Ma, for all your support. Thank you. And of course, to our former and formidable Minister of Women Affairs, former Minister of Women Affairs, Dame Pauline Tallen, thank you so much, Ma. You continue to inspire us. This was a collaborative event, which we couldn't have done without our partners, our sponsors, and some key collaborators who I will mention now. The FIRS, Federal Inland Revenue Service, the MacArthur Foundation, Sterling Bank, St. Ives Communications, ICO Insurance, Medicaid, the formidable team and true partners at RAPA, represented here obviously by Hadia Sadautu. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Ma. The Lagos State Inland Revenue Service as well. Thank you so much. Our media partners, AIT, TVC News, Business Day, Silverbird TV, Daily Trust, Women FM, the premier women's radio and only dedicated women's radio station in Nigeria. Ray Power, Akure FM, Ovation Media Group, Rhythm FM, Orange FM, Pen Pushing, and all our media partners, including OSRC. To the distinguished board chair of St. Ives Communication, Dr. Babatunde Okewale, thank you very much, sir, for all your support. And the executive director, Kiki Okewale, thank you very much, ma'am, for your support. Our fantastic compares and MC, Mr. Ebere Young, you've done a fantastic job for us. Thank you so much, sir. And all our moderators today and rapporteurs of the day, thank you very much. Our partners and sponsors, I've mentioned them already. We'd like to thank the team of the planning committee, especially also the team at Women Radio for all their support. The planning committee, I must mention them by name, so please permit me to. Our project director, Ivor Ekpe, Fumi Omitowoju, Dr. Abiola Akiode Afalabi, thank you so much. Vamoyen Sese, Elizabeth Abo, our awards committee, Aiki Odiawa, Soromidayo George, Similolu Adeinka, and Hansatu Adebite, and our volunteers. Too many to mention all of them, but I will mention David Osho, Jane Aina, Michael Eke, Shalom Osho, and Gwendolyn, Lady Gwen Oshoni. If you're around in the room, please stand up and take a bow. Thank you so much. And like I said, the formidable team supporting us in their countless numbers at Women Radio. I'd like to thank the alma mater, Federal Government College Girls, BIDA, the alma mater of our convener, who are here in their numbers. Please stand up for recognition. Thank you so much. The importance of strong foundations here representing. Thank you. It is important, before I close, to note that this event truly was a collaboration, and we thank everyone for their support. Ladies and gentlemen, last but not the least, can we please give a standing ovation, please? I know you're tired, it's lunchtime, but please be upstanding for the convener of VOW 2023, the visionary, the resilient, the indefatigable Towo Okewale Shonaya, for pushing us hard. I'm used to being pushed hard, but you know, this is another experience. So thank you so much for the vision and for all that you do. Really, you've been celebrated by a group of youths who really know your value. Receive your flowers, as they said. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. And we look forward to putting the recommendations from this conference forward and taking them forward. Thank you so much, and have a great afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you.
It is an offense punishable by a fine of 10 million naira and or imprisonment for any agency of the federal government other than FIRS to demand for books or returns for the purposes of tax. It is also an offense to carry out the function of assessment, collection or enforcement of tax, or pay any portion of tax revenue to any person or into any account other than the relevant accounts designated by the Constitution or relevant laws of the National Assembly. It pays to pay your tax. This message is brought to you by the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS.
Okay, while they are distributing your takeaways for lunch, our VIPs have lunch at the restaurant. Our VIPs have lunch at the restaurant, so we don't allow the food to waste. Please enjoy the lunch. God bless you.
One Bank app by Sterling? Well, let me catch you up before you get cancelled. We are talking about instant account opening, no paperwork required, and no waiting in line to hear a customer service officer say, "Please wait your turn, ma." And check this, I don't have to go to the bank to get a physical debit card because I created a virtual one to help with all my online purchases. I can see I have piqued your interest. Come closer. There's more. I can apply for and get an instant loan on my One Bank app via Spectre. I can also get up-to-date news on what's going on around me. What are you waiting for? Head over to your app store right now and get the One Bank app this minute. Do it now. Register. open an account. Wait a minute. Are you telling me you're just hearing about the One Bank app by Sterling? Well, let me catch you up before you get cancelled. We are talking about instant account opening, no paperwork required, and no waiting in line to hear customer service officers say, please wait your turn, ma. And check this, I don't have to go to the bank to get a physical debit card because I created a virtual